Hello, everyone. This is Allison, and thank you for waiting and thank you for joining us tonight. Just a quick reminder before we get started, we are recording this meeting, so just do us a favor and turn off your mics and your video unless you've been asked to say something. And we will have this recording available probably by the end of the week on our YouTube channel, in case you want to refresh your memory or you didn't get to sit through the whole thing. We will have time for Q&A at the end, but feel free to type in any questions or comments you have in the chat box, and we'll either answer them as they come in or we'll cover it at the end. Like I said, welcome. We're really excited that you're joining us. I'm sure everyone has a little bit of Zoom overload right now. And if you are like me, you probably have one of your first big course projects due pretty soon and got a lot on your plate. So thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. And we want to kind of keep this light and informal. We're going to give you some updates. But like I said, feel free to ask questions, give us comments, whatever comes to mind. And since, well, we've got a good number of people here, but we thought it would be fun to do, start with some introductions. And if you feel comfortable, you can raise your hand, click on the raise hand button in the nav bar, and when we've kind of gone through the team introductions, we'll let you know when you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Or if you're more comfortable with the chat, feel free to just introduce yourself in the chat. Let us know that you know, where you're at in the program, where you live, what's on your mind, if you're having fun so far, all that kind of stuff. So I will start. My name's Allison Kirion. I am the chair of SAASC, which is tough for me to say because I have a little bit of a lisp, but I try to get through it. I am in my second to last semester of the program. I started in spring 2019, and I live in Long Beach, California. I currently work part-time at a public library, and I am hoping to transition into either a role in archives, special collections, business, corporate archives. I also, I'm really interested in cataloging and metadata and digital asset management. So I'm hoping to find some sort of career path that will let me do one or more of those things. So now I'm going to hand it off to Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Haleko. I am next semester will be my last. I live in Sacramento. I'm doing the archival pathway, and I currently work as a nanny to a couple of 4-year-olds. So that's where I'm at, and I'll hand it off to Danielle.
Oh, Danielle, are you muted?
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here to dazzle you with our event that will be coming up soon. But I'm actually in my last semester at the iSchool. I'm doing the e-portfolio right now, so I'm a little stressed, just a little bit. But I'm glad to be here tonight. I actually live in Cypress, California. No one knows where that is, but it's in Orange County. It's right at the edge. No one cares, but it's okay.
I do. My brother works there.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. And yeah, and I'm your SAASC. Oh my gosh, Allison, you're right. It is really hard. I am the event coordinator. So yay.
Barbara.
Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm in a dark room now. My name's Barbara. I just started my second year at the iSchool, and I am the webmaster. So I help update the website, keep it looking nice and streamlined. Yeah, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, Stacey.
Hi everyone. I am the blog editor for this upcoming year, and I'm in my second year in the MLIS program. I'm hoping to graduate spring of 2022. I'm following the academic librarianship and archives and preservation pathway. I live in Hesperia, California, which Danielle thinks her town is obscure. Mine is very obscure. We're right on the edge of the Mojave Desert in Southern California. Most people don't know about us unless they're driving to Vegas. But so it's very hot here, and we have a lot of smoke from all the fires. Career-wise, my background is in K through 12 education. I'm currently just a grad student and taking care of my 2 kids and trying not to go crazy over distance learning, which I hate, and I can't wait for them to go back to school. But other than that, I love being in this program, and I am new to archives. I don't have a background in archives. I threw myself into this without any idea what I was getting into, and so far I love it. Love my archival class this semester. I'm taking 256. So, you know, so far it's going pretty great.
All right. We also have our wonderful Archeota team on the Zoom meeting today. So I'm going to let them decide how to introduce themselves in which order.
Well, I'm Kelly, and I'll give you a quick flash of video. I won't be on it long. Like everyone during our extended, I don't know, safer at home, I guess. We can't even get our hair cut now in LA County. So yeah, it's been interesting. So yes, Stacey was talking about throwing herself into it, and I did the same thing. I did it last year, and I threw myself so far that I ended up as the chair for last year. I am still with the group, and I am the managing editor of Archeota. That is the group's publication, and I will talk about that a bit later. And yes, I live in LA, and really happy to be involved in this group. I didn't know anything about archives when I first started. Learned a little bit more.
Okay. I guess I can go next.
Go for it.
Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa Key. I am one of the associate editors for Archeota this year. I started in this position last year. Shortly after I started at the iSchool in spring 2019, and I hope to graduate next spring if everything goes well. I live in northern LA County, so like Stacey, I'm getting a lot of smoke right now from all of the wildfires that are going on, which makes breathing outside a little bit difficult, but that also gives me a very good reason to stay inside in the air conditioning. So anyways, I'm happy to be here tonight and to meet everybody.
I'm Christine Mahoney, and I'm in Seaside, California, and I'm the other editor for Archeota. I was planning to originally graduate in spring 2021, but I have 4 kids at home, and I decided not to push the sanity envelope and cut down on my load. So hopefully December 2021. And I have a background in IT, databases, and then spent a bunch of years staying home with my kids. So I decided to go back into this, and really, ideally, I'd love to be working at Trinity, College in Dublin, but a local archive or a nice library would be great for me as well. So whatever happens.
Great. All right. This is Barbara. This is where I'm going to ask you to help me out and identify anyone who might want to unmute themselves and introduce themselves.
Yeah, if you want to just unmute yourself, or I can read your little mini bio from the chat. So I'm going to start looking through those. Lillian Stern says, the smoke is relatable. I'm in Bakersfield and there's so much smoke here. There's a light fog constantly. Sorry to hear that, and I hope you and your family are safe. Ellen Chen, hello, my name is Ellen, and this is my first semester at the iSchool. I live in Pleasanton, California. I plan to graduate in spring 2022 with a pathway in archives. Welcome, Ellen. And if I say your name wrong, I apologize in advance. See, Monica Nolan's, same in San Francisco, AQ unhealthy. Let's see, Lillian Stern, hi, I'm Jax Lilly. I'm just starting my second year in this program, but I can only do part-time, so it's slow going. I haven't even finished the core classes yet, and I haven't selected a pathway. I'm a semi-verbal part-time AAC user, and I'm autistic and hard of hearing. I live in Bakersfield, California. Welcome, Lillian. We're happy to have you. Hi, Angela. Oh, hi, Angela. This first semester in Mara. I am in Los Angeles. Welcome, Angela.
Or Ainsley.
Ainsley. Welcome, Ainsley. It's my first semester in Mara program, and I live in Fairbanks, Arkansas. Ooh, cool.
No, Alaska.
Oh, Alaska. That was a trick question. Good. Jacqueline. Welcome, Jacqueline. Oh, Ellen. I was born and raised in. Oh, she's responding to Ellen. Let's see. Hi, all. Kathy is from Bakersfield. I'm in my last semester of high school. Welcome, Kathy.
Hello. I aim to become an academic librarian,
Okay.
but I've been volunteering at my college, at my, well, previous college's archives for a couple of years now, and I really, really like it, and I'm hoping to get back to that when the virus situation is better. And yes, I'm from Bakersfield too, so hello, Lillian. I don't think I know you, but I just wanted to say hi to a fellow Bakersfieldian, and I'm just going to sit here and listen and give my input because I wanted to hear from other people interested in archives.
Great.
Happy to have you. Again, if anybody wants to unmute themselves and just introduce themselves, that would be awesome. Or I can just keep going down the chat box.
Hi,
Uh-huh.
my name is Nika Grigsby, and I'm in Compton, California. And this is my first semester in the MLIS program, and I really am excited about archives, so that's why I wanted to come and see what everything was all about.
Welcome back, Nika.
Thank you.
Nika, I'm originally from Southgate, so we're like neighbors.
Oh, neighbors, yeah.
Okay, I'll just keep going down the chat if nobody else wants to unmute themselves and introduce.
Oh, Courtney.
Hey everyone, I'm Courtney. I live in Chino Hills, California. I just started my second year in the MLIS program. Hopefully I'm going to be finished in December 2021. I'm on the information organization pathway, and I'm also interested in archives and digital preservation.
Awesome, welcome. Okay, we have, oh, go ahead, Karina.
Hi, my name's Karina, and I'm in my third semester in the program. And I'm at Fresno, but I'm originally from East LA, so in LA County. And I work at the Special Collections and Archives at CSU Fresno. But I just hit my second year here, but I feel like there's a lot to learn still in the program, so I'm really excited to see everyone that's interested because my department's very small, so it feels like a small world every day.
Great. Well, I know we still have a few people that have introduced themselves in the chat. I'm just going to let everyone kind of read through those. We'll get things moving so we don't keep everyone too late, but it's really great to have everyone. Thank you for introducing yourselves. We're really pleased that you wanted to join us. So tonight we are going to, go back one. There we go. So we're going to go over just a few things. We're going to just refresh everyone's memory about what the mission is. We've got some updates that we're proposing for the Constitution. We're going to kind of tell you our personal goals for the year, give you more information about Archaeota and how you can get involved. We have some other opportunities. Danielle's going to talk about some really great events we have coming up. we'll share some information about our parent organization, SAA. It's a really great opportunity to expand your network, and then just basically how you can get in touch with us later, and then we'll open it up for chat. So let's see. Just a reminder, this is mostly taken from our website, but essentially, you know, our goal is really to connect students with information, people, resources relating to the archival profession, as broad as it is, give you an opportunity to like expand your knowledge base, to develop your career, to get some information about the educational path. We really just want, you know, to provide you with enough information and resources, especially if you're still not sure which path you want to go down, or if you are sure and you're ready to make some connections. So it's great to see people from MARA as well as the MLIS program. We are open to everyone, even if you don't want to work in archives, you can still be a member and participate in the group. So quick update on our chapter constitution. So one of the things we were working on this summer was making some recommendations to update our constitution. There were a couple outdated items, a couple areas where we didn't have a lot of clarity. So we are going to propose an update in a few weeks that members can vote on. You do have to be a current member of our parent organization, SAA, in order to vote in the student chapter. If you are a member, you'll get an email or a notice in your Canvas inbox when we're ready to collect votes. But basically the changes are pretty minimal. We opened it up to allow the elected officers to appoint members to unofficial positions as we need. We got rid of the requirement that the student chapter be a San Jose State formally recognized student organization, because those rules didn't really apply well to us. It requires like having a treasurer and things like that. We put in some timelines for filling open positions due to resignation, and then just sort of gave us a little more time to schedule our annual member meeting, since, you know, I think we had 2 weeks in there, and that just seemed like a little too much to ask everyone to do so early in the semester. All right, so before we go over our goals as the executive team, I think we wanted to take a quick poll about your experience in archives. So go ahead and answer. We'll give you a few seconds and we'll get a good sense of, are we all newbies, or do we have some great people that we can reach out to and get some information? Yes, volunteers and interns count. If it's in the past, just put it in the past. If it's current, put it in current.
I have in the past, simply because I still want to keep volunteering. I just can't right now because of the virus.
Yes. Perfect. All right. Well, it looks like we're all mostly new to this profession, but that's okay, Monica. It still means that very few of us have actually had any experience, but it's good to know that you have. All right. Great. All right, so since we already did intros on the front end, we wanted to just take this moment to kind of share, each of us share like what our kind of goals and plans are for the upcoming, well, for the current semester and the upcoming term year. So I'm gonna start. Basically, I told you a little bit about myself already, but my goal as chair is really to just kind of do everything I can to provide you guys with resources, information, connections, anything that'll be helpful for you to either pursue your educational path, pursue your career path, you know, just give you the information and data that will help you through this educational process. And of course, I'm also here to support the rest of the team and make sure they get what they need and you know, help out when there's too much going on. I really want to make sure that I'm available and engaging with everyone in the membership to see what else can we be doing, what else should we be looking into that'll be useful for you guys, and as well to make sure that, you know, all the stakeholders and students within the iSchool, as well as our parent organization, think of us as a real kind of put together group, know what we're doing, and we're providing value to all the student population. Your turn, Sabrina.
All right, it's me again. I'm the secretary, so that mostly, sorry, hang on one second. Okay, so a lot of the stuff I do is like internal, but I also work a lot with social media. I don't know, give some sort of acknowledgement if you follow us and see my constant stream of Facebook posts. My big goal for this time is, well, you'll see later that we have an opportunity to sorry, hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So we have an opportunity to join me on my social media team, and I really want to do a lot more with Twitter, be better about live tweeting and just being more active on there. But if you follow us, feel free to share things. We're always looking for new like cool pieces of information or job opportunities or that sort of thing on. And you can always share it to our Facebook group. You don't have to be me. So yeah.
All right. Barbara.
Hello again. I'm Barbara, and so some of my goals for the being part of the team is number one is to support the rest of the SAASC members, and I do that by making sure that our website is up to date. All our events are up there. If anything in the Constitution or team members kind of rotate changes, I make sure I update all that information on our website so that when we have new members or potential members and they check out our website, everything is accurate and most recent. So yeah, those are my goals. And like I said, to support the rest of the team so that we can get the most info to everyone as quickly and as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Danielle.
Hello, it's me again. So I'm the event coordinator, and I really like archive. That's why I chose it as my path. But I also love planning parties, so I thought this was a great position for me. And last year I helped coordinate the Blizzard virtual event because that originally was supposed to be an on-site tour for Blizzard Entertainment. I don't know if all of you are familiar with that, but the video game development company, and they actually have an archive and a library on site. So it's a corporate archive library, and it was actually really interesting to go. And so I reached out and to try and schedule another one, except because of COVID, we couldn't do an on-site tour anymore. So that's why we did the virtual one, and that was quite popular. And this semester I have had two, or I'll tell you in a little bit, but I have two so far events planned for you, and hopefully that you guys will be able to visit these sites in the future. They have to be online now due to COVID, but in the future you're gonna have some great places to go.
Thanks. Yeah. All right, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. So some of the goals that I have for the blog, 'cause I'm the blog editor, is to find interesting and compelling ways to promote the Society of American Archivists and their mission, which we'll be talking a little bit more about later. And I also want to host SJSU School of Information students so that they can tell their own stories of either being in courses they've taken or work that they've done, or just their perspectives on different archival topics. And it can be a plethora of different things: book reviews, event reviews that we attend, course experiences, archival news, pretty much anything. And I also want to make sure the blog is reflective of our diverse student body, experiences, and topics. So, and I want it to be kind of a personal reflection. We spend so much time writing very serious, scholarly work. So even though we want this to be at a really good level, a personal reflection, I think, would make it more relatable and interesting. So, you know, hopefully we'll get some students wanting to write for the blog this semester.
All right, great. So that's it for the general team. And now I want to hand it off to Kelly to talk to you about our excellent student publication.
Hi, everyone. That was quick. Yeah, here I go. So so we have a semi-annual open source digital publication by the chapter. The important thing is it's for students and by students. It's a wonderful opportunity not only to learn about and share our experiences, but I'll talk a bit more later about what it is for your own career development. I mean, you know, we're all trying to, you know, get jobs or, you know, move up in our jobs, and having something like that on your resume is really good. So next slide. So what do we publish? A large variety of articles. They can be, you know, really anything related to archives. We've had a lot of personal essays reflecting on people's experiences working in archives, whether they're an employee or if they are an intern or whatever that might be. We also have profiles of archivists. We have interviews with practicing archivists, and think pieces on recent events, stories in the news, anything that is related to archives. I'll have you go to the next slide. So these are our past two issues, the fall issue of 2019 and our spring-summer issue of 2020. And many people who are here tonight have contributed, which we really appreciate. In fall 2019, we had Christine Mahoney writing a piece about the closing of the museum. In our most recent issue, we had Danielle Dantama, excuse the pronunciation, and she interviewed Meetyssa Ward. And Meetyssa she's an iSchool graduate, and she works at Blizzard Entertainment. She's the person that Danielle got in contact with about arranging the tour, which was canceled, but then we had the virtual event. We also have Sabrina with us, who in the fall last year, she created a top 10 list of unusual archives. Alyssa Key has written a couple of articles. One in fall, she interviewed Angela Osborne. She's a recipient, she's an iSchool student, and she was a recipient of a scholarship. And then in this past issue, she wrote about archiving and the diversity of voices in archiving and how important that is. So we have a lot of great content. Next slide. So yes, it is an open source digital publication. And if you're not familiar yet with the SJSU ScholarWorks, That is the repository of all of the everything from the San Jose State University, all of the research departments, etc. And we not only archive our issues of Archaeota, but we also archive our events on ScholarWorks and our annual reports. So moving forward one slide.
That was it.
Oh, there you go. So I had a little more to say about that.
Closing statements, Kelly.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for ScholarWorks. We are having our next issue, which is our fall-winter issue, which will be, we anticipate a January publication date for that. And we invite you to contribute. As I said, it's a good experience, but also it's a good thing to show on your resume and show that you have been published in a publication. In a publication.
In a proper publication.
Yeah, right. So yeah, get in touch. You can go ahead and email the chapter email address, and then Allison will forward that on to me and we can chat about that. If you don't have ideas, you're thinking about contributing, whatever questions you have, I'll talk to you about that and we'll work with you. So thank you.
Thank you. I mean, it is really a great way to get involved that isn't super time consuming. It's as time consuming as you make it, depending on how much research you want to do. But, you know, we're all writing discussion posts all the time, so we're kind of in that mindset already. So it's a great way to have something where you can kind of hold it up and say, yeah, this was printed in this, well, not printed, but it was published in this publication. So in addition to that opportunity to get involved, we do have a couple of openings on the exec team. So the first one is vice chair, and if you were at the student organization panel, you're already aware of this. The main role here as vice chair is planning the events. So that includes the outreach, the scheduling, the promotion, facilitating the event, you know, all the follow-up that's involved. Right now, Danielle is kicking butt and getting it all done for us, but definitely, you know, having another person, it would be really great. Additionally, we just had the resignation of Jenny Thangdara, who was managing our Twitter feed. And so we are looking for at least one person, if not more, to help us with our social media, because, you know, I'd really love to see it just be super active in addition to promoting our own events, promoting iSchool events, promoting SAA information, news, just kind of keeping your eyes and ears open in the Twitterverse of what's going on in archives, and sharing that and making sure our members are up to date and aware of things going on, and sharing whatever information you have that you think members would be interested in. So we just posted those two positions on our website. If you go to the website, on the membership page, there is a sub page for the open positions that has a little more detail on the responsibilities. We're going to accept nominations, and all you need to do to nominate yourself is send us an email with a little bio about yourself and which position you're interested in and why. And then we will collect those until September 25th and then hold elections the following week. And then just a reminder, we will, you do need to be a member of our parent organization in order to vote. So you have a little bit of time to get that done in case you are not already and you want to vote. You also have to be a member to actually hold either of these positions. So just keep that in mind. You know, like I said, you do have time to do it. We won't say, you know, show me your card. We'll just, you know, follow up to make sure that you have signed up before you start working on anything. All right. So now we're going to talk about the fun stuff, events. We're very busy planning events for the fall, and we've got quite a few coming up really quick. In addition to planning our own events, which Danielle's handling, we also want to make sure you are aware of other free events, whether they are sponsored by SAA or other groups or companies. Anything that we think you might find interesting. So for example, tomorrow there is a webinar on digital preservation, and it's sponsored by a company that provides digital preservation services. But they do try to make it look or give you information that's useful whether or not you're using their products. So if you're into digital preservation, that might be an interesting one for you to attend. And then on September 25th, there is a very interesting one from the Society of Mississippi Archivists to talk about community collaboration and making efforts to record and preserve and celebrate marginalized communities. And that's such a big topic in archives right now. So that one may be very, very interesting. And I think Monica was asking if they're mostly recorded. They probably are. Both of these I found through SAA. But if you go to our website, to the calendar, click on the links there. If you register, I'm sure if they're recording it, they will give you a follow-up link to a recording of it after the event. So check that out. And now I want Danielle to tell you about our own programmed events.
All right, so I'm pretty excited for these two events that I put together here. The first one is Levi Strauss. The person who's going to talk to us, her name is Tracy Panic, and she is actually the historian there, but she's also the curator of the museum and like head of their archives. And it's pretty amazing what they have. They actually have Albert Einstein denim jacket. So I was like, wow, amazing. And the archive was actually started in 1989, so they just celebrated 30 years. But you know how technology advances over time. So now they're taking all the materials and digitizing it and trying to bring their archive into the digital age. So that's what the presentation is going to be about. She's great. I'm actually very excited for that one. And that one is actually 1 week from today, next Tuesday. Hooray. And then the next one that we have is on October 7th. That one is with the Oregon State University Hops and Brewing Archive. So it's all about beer in the Pacific Northwest. And the history, they have items going back to 1890, but this is actually a brand new archive that was started by iSchool alum Tia Edmondson Morton. She'll tell us when she graduated, and she took the archive path and everything. And now she actually started her own archive at the university. So it's a good look to see how something gets started, because like, of course, yeah, old items, this and that, of course you're going to preserve it, but like, how do you start? And well, she's going to give us a good inside look to that. And that is on, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but that October 7th is Ask an Archivist Day. So it's a pretty special event.
Great. And we have quite a few other sort of plates spinning right now. People were reaching out to, but we want to hear from you guys as well. Like we try to keep a running list of either topics or organizations, archives, companies that you guys might be interested in hearing from. So please share with us if there's anything you think would be a good webinar, and then hopefully one day an actual real life event. You can do that just by like entering it into the contact form on our website or emailing us directly. We would love to hear from you and get some feedback. All right, so before we move on, we have another poll for you. This is really, we're going to test your archive knowledge right now. It's very serious. Please take it seriously. Well, apparently we are all taking it very seriously. Oh, thank goodness. we're gonna close the poll. You guys are way too smart. You know why you're here. I'm surprised no one voted for aliens because we thought that would actually be quite a popular organization to join. Apparently not. You are correct. It is the Society of American Archivists. And this is where we tell you why you should join it if you haven't joined it already. And it's not like we get a plug for, you know, however many students join, but we bring this up because, you know, I personally think it's a really great resource, and, you know, it's not terribly expensive. You get a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, essentially, like, this is how we are doing a lot of our outreach for events is, you know, we see who's in the organ, you know, who's in SAA, who they work for, what kind of work they do. You're able to just like send messages to these people, ask them questions. Everyone really is very kind of open and happy to give you their opinion, their recommendations, their guidance. In addition to having access to that network, they have over 40 section groups that are, you know, specific to either types of archives or types of archival work. So, you know, if you want to learn about metadata, you know, you subscribe to the metadata section and you can see what kind of things people in that area are talking about, asking questions about. You know, people are always asking for other members' advice or any resources they have. If you want to know more about women's archives or indigenous archives, there are sections for just about anything that you have an interest in. So I really recommend it. At least check it out. If nothing else, I believe you can actually join a limited number of sections without being a member, so you can kind of give it a little test to see what you think. And then they also have a mentoring program, so you can sign up to be paired with someone who's already working in the field and get, you know, some career advice, get some feedback, and that's, you know, that's worth way more than $55. And then, of course, they have their own books that they publish. They have educational courses, and then they have their annual conference. So as a member, you get discounts on that. And they also have a couple publications that you are subscribed to as part of your membership. So it's really great. I've really enjoyed it so far. And I was too late. I like spaced out on the whole info 200 free membership. I didn't even get my free membership. I just went ahead and paid for it because I missed the deadline. So that's how much I think it's worth. All right, now we are coming near to the end. So we just want to remind you how you can reach us, how you can interact with us. The website is at the top there. And I know Barbara's already gotten props for her work, but she really put a lot of work into redesigning it. And I think it's really great. And we tried to update a lot of the resources there. And, you know, we really hope that you are finding it useful and interesting. But if you're not finding what you're looking for, tell us that too. You know, we really, really want to make sure it's useful and you know, something that you actually want to visit. And then, of course, you know, Sabrina is posting like a crazy woman on Facebook and Twitter, and we really want to keep that going around too, and make sure we're sharing things. You're sharing with us if you see something that you think we should be reposting, retweeting. Let us know if we're missing something. And then we do have a YouTube channel, and that's where we post all of our event recordings in addition to scholar works. So you can always go there to see something if you forgot or you wanted to see. There's some older events that might be useful as well. And then, of course, email. So email us anytime. You can either go through the website on the contact us page or just go through your email program directly. We are excited to hear from you and answer any questions you have. So this is the end. We really are, looking forward to your feedback. If there's any questions you had posted in the chat that didn't get answered, or any questions you would like to ask now, you can either post it in the chat, unmute yourself, ask, tell us what you think. This is all we got for you. Anyone?
Ellen made a comment that I wanted to address in case anybody else was having the same issues. She said she signed up for SSA as one of her free memberships, but hasn't gotten an email yet. I think you can reach out to you should be able to reach out to your professor and the TA, because I know usually that class has like a TA that helps answer posts and things like that. So if you reach out to them, I think they'd be able to help you figure that out. Or if anybody else here has other troubleshooting suggestions.
I want to say that I think that it took a few weeks for the free membership to go through. My memory might be faulty, but I did the ALA last year, and I think it took a few weeks. So just check into it, but it might take a while.
I would say if it's been more than 4 weeks, definitely maybe follow up. I can't remember which person within the iSchool kind of sends out that initial email. Oh yeah, so Christine, that was like almost 2 months. You can always just post a message in the iSchool boards to see if they have any insight into that. I can't remember how long it took when I paid for mine. I don't think it took that long. I think they needed to confirm that I was a student, and that was about all it took. All right, anyone else? I'm gonna stop my screen share for now.
I wanted to, perhaps I can ask about this, that for Archeota, this issue upcoming, we are going to do something a little bit different that we haven't before, and we're going to send out a survey to working archivists, and I don't know if any of you have done so, but getting an informational interview with someone working in the field is very useful. So our idea is we're going to send out a survey to archivists so that we actually have a much broader span of answers, and then we'll publish that. So if you do have any questions that you would want to ask an archivist, go ahead and send that on too, because we're going to be considering all of those while we're creating the survey.
Great. All right, well, I feel like we've had enough of a lull. You guys all know how to reach us. Thank you all so much for attending. Yes, I am also exhausted. So we will wrap it up. We really hope to see you at our events, especially the Levi Strauss event and the Oregon State University event. And again, tell us if there's any other places or people or groups or topics that you want to get more information on, and we'll try to kind of chase down those leads. But hopefully you can join us for those, and we really look forward to working and hearing what everyone wants from SAASC. All right, thank you to everyone on the team. Thank you to everyone from Archeota. Thank you everyone for attending, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.